Hey YouTube, coming out to the Great League team, and the meta has officially shifted, right? It's not the Lanturn Noctowl meta champ as much anymore. Uh, it has shifted, and people are shifting the meta to go with it. So now it's trying to find Pokemon that I think are going to be the new either answers to the meta or the new meta themselves. So in particular, I think the meta has Metacham is still top. I've seen quite a decrease in even lanturns. Like I'm in the 2600 range. I've seen a decrease in lanturns. Like Noctowl is obviously gone. Gligar has replaced it and then some. I think Gligar's on like 75 to 80% of the teams, and rightfully so. I think the wing attack, air release, dig combo is just so deadly and just so able to like cover so many Pokemon in this meta. It makes it very very strong. Um, to that, I have now seen a bunch of Azumarill. You're gonna see I don't know if it's this matchup, but definitely a ton of Azumarill as an answer to Medicham and Gligar. And to answer Azumarill, I've seen a ton of Grass. Superior being the choice because it was a top 8 Pokemon in regionals. Sorry for my voice, it sounds weird because I am fighting off a cold. Everyone in the house is sick. With that, Mandibuzz. Lickitung has become, so one thing I also didn't talk about is Lickitung has become like the go-to safe swap again because it's just got bulk. Even against Metacham, you're doing super effective licks and you can buy Sam. You don't really have to worry about the owl anymore. It does well against Zoomroll. It does well, right? So Lickitung's pretty much a safe swap again, and Sableye has a little more play. So between between Metacham, which is a fighter, and between Lickitung, which does lick, and between Sableye, which is half ghost, half dark, and between Gligar, which it's really primarily relies on its dig ability, I thought that Mandibuzz is probably a pretty good answer to all of those. Obviously, with a zoom roll, that makes it much trickier. This team does not cover a zoom roll well. If I did this team again, I would like a Trevenant or like a Registeel on the front. It's just something to deal with the zoom roll. Because basically how this team goes is Swampert on the lead, you can chip or whatever, safe swap Gligar to try and draw out that ice type Pokemon, Azumarill as the fairy type, water type, lose with Gligar, try and chip as much as you can. Swampert deals with it, Mandibuzz roams free. If you win a lead, Mandibuzz comes in, you're going to see probably a couple times I get on Sableye and I get on Lickitung, and it's great. So let's look at the battles. Again, timestamps below for matchups. Again, the process is you eventually need to get out into Gligar. If it's like a neutral matchup like this and they're going to stay in, you're eventually going to need to get in Gligar. I don't mind chipping here. I'm probably going to get a little more energy before I leave, just because that does like a lot of damage, and now it's going to be on Gligar here. So I'm fine taking it on Gligar, and there's your zoom roll, right? This thing is everywhere right now. So I'm going to dig. As you're going to see, non-shadow like really does not put a dent on this. So if you're going to see more zoom rolls, I think you have to, and when you're going to see here, one ice beam takes you out because you're double weak to it and it takes you out. So you know what? If I'm going to get taken out by one ice beam anyways, I'd rather have that shadow damage and dig, like between the wing attack and the dig, to actually like scare an Azumarill. So I had not looked at this matchup before, but this matchup is now coming into play. That I would consider a Gligar for this matchup in particular. I did land an Earthquake, so at this point it's just lowering it. I know they have a move and they're probably going to throw right away, so I catch that on the Mandibuzz. I did what I needed to do. The Azumarill is out of here. It makes it much easier because they probably don't have a second answer for another flyer. But I got the one out of there that I needed to. And this is where I'm running Dark Pulse because it's just a bit better. It hits better now. Fortunately, not enough. They're not getting out, which makes me think they have something like a Lickitung or a Sableye or something like that in the back. And there is your Sableye. So I'm going straight Dark Pulse because this will chip to about like 60%, something like that. Yeah. And now it's in like Hydro Cannon range. So I can just go back to back Hydros here. It probably won't take it out because of non-shadow, so I'll probably put it like 10%-ish is my guess. But it's pretty low on energy because it just swapped in, right? So able to get a bunch off there. Go straight Hydro. Oh, they already had 2 shields, so I grabbed both shields. CMP here. Just take this out. this is where the sort of strength of Swampert comes in. And now I'm going to go for the Hydro. They have to throw, so I'm going to take it out. And so, yeah, Hydro Swampert's not bad, right? Right? There is some core breakers you're going to see coming up. Core breakers on this team. There are just some like tricky matchups with this exact team. So Water Gun Lanturn is sort of one of them where the water guns and surfs are going to take you out. You have an okay matchup with Mandibuzz, and you can land the super effective dig with Gligar, so it's not terrible. I go straight Earthquake, so that is unfortunate that they shield, because now they're basically in surf range, so I may have to try and catch. No, they catch on a Gligar, so great catch, really nice catch. I'm probably going to build up to at least a Hydro. Maybe throw the Hydro. Or no, catch them. Yeah, I'm going to throw the Hydro. Makes sense. Because this will do a ton of damage and now basically put it in either Wing Attack or Snarl Air Release range. Unless they shield. Force them to throw here. I may shield. Quite honestly, because I'm out of move. And I know this Hydro does a ton. And then at this point, I know I have 2 flyers. That dig is kind of useless. So come in here and get ahead on energy. Sure, I'll take an Air Lace, but like, again, that's not Gligar's strength. It's just having that access to dig is its strength. And now just getting a little bit ahead on energy. 1 surf should not take me out from this range as a non-shadow. Right, and there's your non-shadow coming through there. Able to get this dig off. I don't know if it'll take out from this range, but it'll put it pretty low. So we both Wing Attack, and I do end up Wing Attack down, so that's nice. Out comes Sableye, just chip, which is a huge chip. And this is Gligar's so good in this meta. And now they're going to have to land 2 returns, and they can't before I get to like 2 Air Releases at that point. There's no chance for them to outpace there. So this matchup again, this time it is Spark Lanturn, which makes this much better for me. Again, they still need 2 Surfs, but at this point they're just going to get outpaced here. I'm going to throw 1 Hydro. Because again, at best I have a mirror match, or like Gligar's not even a good matchup. So I'm just going to throw 1. Let's see if I throw 2 or just catch on the Mandibuzz. Yeah, catch on the Mandibuzz. Trying to catch a Dark Pulse Foul Play, but I remember catching an Air Lace. Yeah. So that's unfortunate. We are now just in a mirror match here. My goal is to make sure I have a little bit of energy coming out no matter what. Because I'm already going to win this matchup quite easily because I got the Hydro off. And these Air Laces suck, right? So I will win this matchup. I just want to make sure I have a little bit of energy in case they do come in with their Lanturn, that I can just start throwing Dark Pulses at it. But they are being very careful and also not leaving this matchup. I think they're probably going to try and take me super low so they can just farm a bunch and get like a Surf off. Because 1 Surf is going to take out my Swampert. So I think it's a smart play on their end here. Just kind of like stay in, force me to throw, maybe get me just in like Spark down. I'm definitely in Spark. No, not maybe get me in Spark down range. I am Spark down range. So then I'm like, okay, let's see if I can get this all the way down just with Snarls. And I can't. And then I'm like, okay, this is not good. I'm going to let this go down with a ton of energy. Because now I can just get a little bit ahead of energy here. I can get a dig off here. And I know they're running Spark, right? So Spark isn't going to do much to me. And if I can just like outpace / shield the Surfs, I should be in an okay situation. And if I can get 1 more dig off, I think Swampert can just come in and just use that sort of like energy advantage here. So we'll see how we play this out. Get the dig. They shield up twice. We both CMP. Not CMP. We both switch on the same there. Because I know that they're pretty low on energy, I'm just going to get up a bit, CMP, have a shield advantage, have energy advantage, that I should be able to quite easily take out what's left of this Lanturn, and they know it, so they are out of here. Venusaur, that's an obvious leave. The problem with Gligar is it's half ground, right? So I think you have to come Gligar just because you don't want to get absolutely walled by like, you don't want to get walled by like a Zoom Roll or something like that. So I think Gligar is a must coming in. But if they wanted to, they can get like a Frenzy off, which will do like 90% from a Shadow. So you got to be very careful in that matchup. I do shield up once. Problem is, Lickitung is bulky and spammy. So they can take these moves, get off a second body slam. I'm going straight dig. Again, I'm one of those, let's take this out or grab a shield here. And they let it go. So not enough to take out, but now farm down range, which is quite nice because now I can do this. And unfortunately, probably should have just thrown the dig to do some damage here. But a couple of air releases back to back here is actually not bad. The problem is obviously Swampert is not an amazing answer for Azumarill. So Azumarill still has a ton of energy and a decent amount of health. I just kind of have to let this go because Mandibuzz is my win here and it's a Hydro Pump. So now I'm just basically in bubble range. So I'm like, you know what? I think my only win condition here is just getting off like 3 Hydros, grabbing shields. Or I'm doing just Earthquake. I'm surprised. I'm surprised I just didn't go 3 Hydros because I think what my win condition was here. Oh, okay. Unless they don't shield. Then my win condition is that. And now I can just Air Release for the win. I think in that situation, I often just go triple Hydro because then you can chip and then it's in like Air Release range. And then just use that shield on the Mandibuzz and then take it out. But I went Earthquake and they let it go. So this is obviously a good matchup. You do not want your back line to see this. So just staying in here. One move does not take you out. Spoiler alert, if you are a Shadow... Your Shadow A/Slash, just throw Ice Punches against Swampert because you still need 2 moves. They unfortunately make a really good catch on a Azumarill, and this is where this team is flawed. So you don't need to run the double flyer line. I just tried it, but at this point I'm gonna have to like double shield everything and chip a bunch here. Or else I'm in a bad spot, and I'm already in a bad spot, right? Azumarill is so tanky again. Non-shadow is really, really, really lacking here. So if Azumarill is just gonna be everywhere, and it is like, I have a Shadow Gligar that I haven't built up yet. I think I'm gonna build it up probably soon. Managed to get that off. Unfortunately, I just go for the extra move, and we CMP tie. Now I'm gonna be taken out. So not getting off this move is terrible because now they have the extra shield. And a Medicham, which unfortunately, like, Mandibuzz has an okay matchup against this, hitting super effective with the air laces, but like counters are neutral. This is bulky. Ice punches are super effective. So I'm going to lose this matchup. They essentially had 3 Pokemon with ice on it, right? So it's not ideal for 2 flyer teams, right? Medicham with Ice Punch, a Sandslash lead, Azumarill. So this seems like this team was hunting Gligar. And unfortunately, like, the Mandibuzz is also just going to get trapped with it. And then between the catch and this CMP loss here, nothing went my way this match. So Lickitung Lead, I'm probably going to throw a Hydro Cannon first, just because Lickitung is so tanky. And then I'll go into Gligar at some point. Maybe try and catch a move here. Yeah, go into Gligar. They decide to not throw and then throw. So I know that this is planned. And it's a freaking Azumarill. I'm telling you. And this is why you're starting to see grass everywhere, right? I got a Venusaur coming up on one of my other upcoming teams that I used. It's just everywhere. And I tried to use... And I have a Togedemaru coming too. I have a Togedemaru team. I have a Togedemaru with a Bomb Snow, ABB, weak to fighting. Not true ABB, obviously, because there's many other weaknesses, but I have a Bomb Snow coming with Togedemaru, and I got a Venusaur on the team following after. And it's just like, if Azumarill is going to be everywhere, and we're going to see a bunch of grass show up, I'm going to start running these off Pokemon. And this is what I'm trying, like Mandibuzz, a Bomb Snow, Togedemaru, Venusaur. Like, what Pokemon can I use to deal with the meta that we are seeing right now? So go Dark Pulse here. This is obviously not enough to take out, but they end up shielding. I feel like I'm gonna need an Air Release anyways. So I think 2 Air Releases may be better from this range. but I'm just going straight Dark Pulse. Because I'm pretty sure this is just going to put in the red, and I'm still going to need an Aerial Ace. Right? And an Aerial Ace probably does way more than this, so I probably should have just went 2 Aerial Aces there. But as you can see, this Lickitung is still just trying to hang in here as long as it can. Superior comes in. I'm at a move. I basically just need to get one more Aerial Ace off. I'm probably going to shield here. Because then I'm probably going to shield, force them to shield my Aerial Ace. Because I got a Hydro loaded. So they're going to have to shield this. And if they don't, they need to shield this next one. And I just outpace here. So now I need to snipe essentially. Because I don't know who wins CMP. So I'm just waiting. I actually was just waiting, and they end up throwing the Frenzy. I don't know why they didn't go Aerial Ace, but I have a move banked. So because I took them solo and grabbed their last shield, Hydro will take out Superior for the win. Lickitung Lead will play this exact same. Probably Hydro, and then try and catch on a Gligar. So there's your Hydro. Here is your attempt at a catch, which I did not. You saw me press it, but I just did not do it in good timing, and it's just a body slam, so that is rough. Still got to come in Gligar to try and pull something out. They are not leaving, and they catch my dig on a Gligar. So one of us can catch properly. So that sucks. I am super far behind. They have a ton of energy in the Lickitung too, and they are up a shield. So this is not looking good here. Maybe I will build up Gligar to use in the next couple days. So this is going up Sunday. Can film this Saturday night. Again, between just not feeling good and it was community day yesterday, and it's the weekend, and not many people watch on the weekends. I'll just do like one for Sunday. I'll shoot tomorrow night. I'll shoot the Bomb Snow for Monday morning. The Bomb Snow Togedemaru. I don't know if I'll have time to shoot. I'm just trying to think like my schedule. I like doing the 2 videos because 2 videos helps with like the channel growth and the view count and stuff like that. Because like you never know when a video will hit and not hit. So in terms of like getting videos out for other people, it's always better to put out more videos because some will do well, some won't do as well. It's just time-wise, it's gonna be a little tricky. So Chip there, Hydro here. Anyways, you'll see a bunch of Great Leagues teams this week. Either 2 videos, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or like 1 video and a short some days, 2 the other day, depends. And if there's any like other unique videos you want me to showcase, let me know. Like I tried to do the I did the shadow versus non-shadow. Like when does it matter? When does it not matter? I did the and Mandibuzz just so tanky. So tanky. Yeah, I'm going to probably chip here. Oh, I'm going straight Gligar. That's interesting. Yeah, I could have chipped. Like, I could have done what I did the other time, throw a Hydro Cannon and then get out into Gligar, but just going straight Gligar is not terrible. It's not good, but it's a wing attack Mandibuzz, which probably helps me a little bit. Shield up a Foul Play because, I don't know why I'm shielding a Foul Play. I don't need to shield that up there. I remember this one. There's a lot of jumping around this one. Because our timers are so desynced that I essentially am now going to try and get my Mandibuzz on their Lickitung here. Yeah, I did the Shadow versus non-Shadow, and I did what Pokemon you can replace XL Pokemon with non-XL Pokemon video. And they did okay. They didn't do amazing. It's one of those things where it's like, you never know from a content creator perspective what's going to hit with your audience and what your audience, like, again, I've had so many people tell me shadow versus non-shadow video, I want that. and it was sandwiched in between another Psychic Cup team, and it was like my best Psychic Cup team. And that one got me the highest because I guess people just want like winning teams. But I can't just put out. I know other content creators do it. It's like just put out like, oh, this team got me 5-0. Every team gives me 5-0, but I'm not on the leaderboard yet. And it's just like, okay, like that's not realistic. I mean, it depends, like, cause I do that too. Like this team went okay. A lot of teams just have gone okay so far. I'm still in 2600 range, but it'll be like my Venusaur team coming on whenever Tuesday, we'll call it Monday, Tuesday. Let's say Tuesday realistically. The Venusaur team, I ended with a 4-1 today, and I was probably 7-3 with that team to get me to 2600 back after I had lost some before. But there have been times where I just like I do go like 5-0 and then I try a new team and it sucks and I go 0-5 and then I try a new team and it goes 5-0. So you can theoretically do it like that, but I feel like a lot of people are just like, this team's the best. But it gets clicks. So anyways, that's a lot about just the game that is YouTube. Anyways, from this team, Swampert, I still love using Swampert. Swampert just still so spammy and freaking good. Gligar, there's a reason Gligar is on like 80% of the teams because it is just so strong. And then Mandibuzz, I think Mandibuzz does a lot of play, but hell, I am seeing a lot of Azumarill right now. So that makes it trickier. But outside of Azumarill and some like ice type Pokemon, you still do all right overall. So Mandibuzz is definitely worth looking into. But just know because of Gligar on every single team, there are people hunting Gligar, and you hunt it right now with a Azumarill, with ice type Pokemon, which is going to cause you problems as Mandibuzz. That is it. Let me know in the comments below if you have any other Pokemon you're like, oh yeah, I've been using this Pokemon to deal with the meta and it's working. Otherwise, stay tuned for some other Great League teams this week. And that is it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.